Here's why Ser Criston Cole betrayed Rhaenyra at the Green Council. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking and controversial moments in House of the Dragon. Ser Criston Cole's betrayal of Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen at the Green Council. If you thought the tensions between the Blacks and the Greens were intense, Criston's actions at the council took the conflict to a whole new level. His betrayal didn't just change the course of the succession. It also altered the dynamics of the court, reshaped loyalties, and left Rhaenyra facing political isolation. But why did Ser Criston, Rhaenyra's once trusted ally, make the decision to turn against her at such a pivotal moment? Today, we'll break it all down, from political pressures and personal ambition to fear, loyalty, and moral conflict. To understand Criston Cole's betrayal, we need to set the stage. The Green Council convened at a critical moment in Westeros history. King Viserys' eyes failing health had left the question of succession unresolved. On one side were the Greens, advocating for Prince Aegon II's claim to the Iron Throne. On the other, the Blacks stood firmly behind Rhaenyra, the king's chosen heir. Rhaenyra's position seemed strong. She had the king's declaration, her dragon Syrax, and a loyalty of several key allies. Criston Cole, initially her sworn supporter and Knight of the King's Guard, had been a crucial protector, both on the battlefield and in court. But the council was a pressure cooker. Nobles were jockeying for position, rumors swirled, and alliances were fragile. In this environment, loyalties were tested like never before, and personal ambitions collided with honor and duty. Before diving into the betrayal itself, it's essential to understand Criston Cole as a character. He is often referred to as the Kingmaker due to his prowess on the battlefield and his influence over the court. Loyal, ambitious, and deeply ambitious, Criston's reputation is built on strength, strategic thinking, and an unshakable sense of personal honor, or at least his own interpretation of it. However, Criston is not a simple knight of unquestioned virtue. His loyalty is nuanced. He has ambition, a desire for recognition, and a keen understanding of how political currents in Westeros work. These qualities make him both formidable and unpredictable. Criston's personal history also plays a role. His rise from relative obscurity to a position of influence has made him sensitive to slights, jealousies, and perceived disrespect from those he once trusted. All these factors would later inform his decisions at the Green Council. Criston Cole's early relationship with Rhaenyra was complex. As a member of the King's Guard, he swore a sacred oath to protect the heir to the throne. In the early years, he proved himself a stalwart ally, defending her against both external threats and court intrigues. But loyalty in Westeros is rarely straightforward. Personal ambition, societal pressures, and individual interpretation of honor can conflict with sworn oaths. Criston's relationship with Rhaenyra, while professional on the surface, carried undercurrents of personal expectation and judgment. Some historians and fans argue that Criston's devotion to Rhaenyra was never purely selfless. While he admired her strength and strategic mind, he also harbored a need for validation. He needed to feel recognized, respected, and in control of outcomes that aligned with his worldview. By the time of the Green Council, political pressure on Criston was immense. The Greens, advocating for Aegon II, were gaining momentum. They wielded influence over key lords, manipulated public perception, and painted Rhaenyra as dangerous, inexperienced, and unfit for the throne. Criston faced a difficult choice. Remaining loyal to Rhaenyra could put him at odds with powerful factions, threatening his reputation, safety, and future in Westerosi politics. Aligning with the Greens, on the other hand, could elevate his influence, secure his legacy, and position him as a decisive figure in shaping the realm's future. In Westeros, loyalty is often measured against survival and opportunity. Criston's decision wasn't made in a vacuum. It was influenced by the pragmatic realities of politics, ambition, and fear of being on the losing side. Alongside political pressures, personal emotions played a crucial role in Criston's betrayal. Rhaenyra's assertiveness and strategic brilliance, while admirable, also threatened some of Criston's ego. He was a man accustomed to being seen as indispensable, the one whose counsel mattered most. Seeing Rhaenyra assert control over the council, make independent decisions, and command loyalty from others may have triggered feelings of resentment or jealousy. In Criston's mind, her empowerment might have seemed like a challenge to his influence and judgment, a threat that needed to be addressed, even if it meant betrayal. Fear also cannot be discounted. Choosing the losing side in a political struggle in Westeros is often fatal. Criston may have feared that unwavering loyalty to Rhaenyra could endanger his life, his honor, or his ability to shape future events. So, how exactly did Criston Cole betray Rhaenyra at the Green Council? During the council sessions, Criston shifted subtly. He provided critical information to the Greens, undermined Rhaenyra's proposals, and positioned key allies in ways that weakened her influence. By questioning her decisions, highlighting supposed weaknesses, and fostering dissent among her supporters, Criston effectively tilted the balance of power against her. This was a betrayal not just of Rhaenyra, but of the sacred trust between a king's guard and the royal heir. It shocked both the court and viewers, because Criston had been seen as her protector, a man bound by oath to shield her from harm, political or physical. The impact was immediate. Rhaenyra's proposals were challenged, her credibility was questioned, and her faction was thrown into disarray. The council's decisions now leaned toward Aegon II, marking the beginning of a succession crisis that would define the realm's history. The betrayal had far-reaching consequences. For Rhaenyra, it was a personal and political blow. She realized that even those she considered loyal could act in self-interest, and that navigating Westeros required constant vigilance. It also forced her to adapt her strategies. She could no longer rely on presumed loyalty and had to rethink her alliances, bolster her support base, and prepare for betrayal from unexpected quarters. Criston's actions were a lesson in the harsh realities of power, trust, and the fragility of political alliances. Criston Cole's betrayal is significant not just for Rhaenyra, but for the broader political landscape of Westeros. It demonstrates how personal ambition, fear, and jealousy can shape major historical events. A single act of betrayal by a key figure can change the course of succession, ignite civil war, and alter the fate of an entire dynasty. This moment also underscores a recurring theme in House of the Dragon. Loyalty is conditional, trust is fragile, and even the most honorable figures can be swayed by fear, ambition, or self-interest. Many fans debate whether Criston's betrayal was inevitable. What do you think? Was Criston a villain or a pragmatic knight navigating impossible circumstances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into House of the Dragon.